Friday here in the house tonight. This is a loyal BBN fan show, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock show. We are doing it. I've got Miss Lee. I've got Big D. I got Cashmere, Cash Money. We're all here. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk a lot of subjects tonight. So I want to introduce everybody here. Cashmere, Big D, Miss Lee. I want to know exactly how is your week going. There ain't much going on with college basketball, is there?
Ha!
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering to jump right that in. There's a lot going on right now. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's get energetic about this night. Right? Here we are.
Let's get it. Yeah, tell them, Jimmy.
Tell them. I'm going to tell them. Hey, we're right here
know.
in the house. We're right here in the house. Miss Lee is producing this. She's producing. I don't know if I go that way, whatever. But we're producing this. She's producing the show. Big Mike's in the back. Big D's here. Cashmere, Cash Money. You're right here in the spot. Let's talk about college basketball.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up. Let's chop it up. Let's talk about it.
All right, let's start with Media Day.
Yes.
Everybody's thoughts on Media Day. Cash.
Media Day. It was very interesting. I didn't get all of that. I got Big Blue Madness. I got all of that. But Media Day was something that I seen take place, but I didn't get all the proper details. I wasn't there to get the ins and outs, the scoop. The ins and outs. I was a busy man. I was a busy man this past week, but I still got to catch a lot of late breaking news and information and high rising electricity and big that's going on with the upcoming season. So, but Media Day, I seen some of the sit downs that they had with the players and Coach Pope. I did get a chance to sit on that, but not a lot of chance to reflect on everything that went down. But I've seen a lot of high hopes and optimism. And I've seen a lot of Pope. He had a lot to say. So I'm loving Pope's energy. I'm loving the team's new energy. I love the way that they're motivating each other, the way they praise each other within the interviews, within the media. And shout out to the whole media. Shout out to the KSR, everybody. How do you all feel about it?
What about you, Big D?
I mean, you could just the way they're talking, it seems like they have been together for already a whole season. Mm-hmm. I mean, just see that they're bringing the noise that the team is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And with a lot of things Pope was saying, let's talk about what we're going to be ranked. What we're ranked. We're ranked 9th. Mm-hmm. And Pope stood up there and said, "Look, man, we're ranked 9th. We're chasing number 9. This is destiny, man. This is something that doesn't happen very often. So hopefully this is a prelude to a season to come. And I think a lot of the players are seeing that and bringing it to that. So,
yeah, I know they're all clear of the mission. Yeah,
for sure. Hey, Tina, what's up? My friend Tina, y'all. We went to the soccer game together. We've known each other since high school, so good to see her in here. Jimmy, your thoughts on Media Day?
Media Day for me was unbelievable. I mean, watching Mark Pope coming out there, and then Media Day had Ortega, then he had Aberdeen, and he had Jalen Lowe. And it was remarkable just to hear these players talk. They practiced on Monday. And then they left and went to Birmingham, Alabama for Media Days. And so they was down there the next day. And even, Ortega said, I practiced for the first time, full practice, full strength, no contact. Everything was great. And he's like, I was sore, Tuesday morning. And then, this Wednesday, he was going and everything was great and things like that. And he was like, he can't not believe how crazy some of the players that he's actually on the court playing with, of the players that we are thinking is going to be great players. And along with all the great players on this team, he's like, I cannot pick one player that is like the most special player.
I did see where you said that. Yeah.
He did single out Malachi Moreno and Denzel Aberdeen and said they are gonna be something phenomenal, and I'm really looking forward to them. If we have any first time viewers out here, say hey, give us a smiley face or something, or let us know that you're a first time viewer. Hey, Big Mike, what's up?
Hey, Big
Mike's in the house.
What's going on, Mike?
So, but okay, so now let's get to Big Blue Madness.
There we go.
It was special.
I know, Miss Lee, you had a spectacular time. You met a lot of the players. You got a lot of autographs. You talked to a lot of the players and actually got on the court without being, I don't think
arrested.
I don't think he was going to get arrested, but you had a great time. Fill us in on with that.
Okay, so when I got there, because they had that fan fest, the Big Blue BBN United fan fest, I didn't have a basketball to take, so I door dashed it while I was putting my makeup on. But I have a ball signed by the whole team, which I will cherish for the rest of my life. Hey, Liz, my sister, what's up? So I will cherish this for my entire life. And when Big Blue Madness was great, like I sat 11 rows up from John Wall, so I got to look at the back of John Wall's head through the whole thing, which he still is, he's an all-star. So that was great. And when it was over, because we weren't allowed to take any pictures when they were signing, I went out on Readiness court and I ran around getting pictures with like a lot of everybody. And get this, while I was taking pictures with guys, I went to get my picture with Jelly. And while I was getting my picture with Jelly, his dad said, I know you. His dad watches our show in Croatia.
Yeah.
So he knew that I started
Jelly, man. That's tough.
Yeah.
He knew that I started calling him Jelly, and he loves it.
Word. I just put together who you were talking about, but I know exactly who you're referring to. Shout out to Jelly. That's pretty nice. That's neat.
I love Jelly, and his dad is so awesome. His dad, I got a picture with him too because I love his dad.
You didn't do the John Wall dance with him, Miss Lee? You didn't pop it out? You hit him with it one time.
Yeah, it was great though. It was such an experience, and being able to sit there and when Colin Chandler did that dunk with John Wall's assistance, I was sitting right there, basket, like right there. And let me tell you, TV did not do it justice.
Word.
Yeah.
That was like one of those special moments in Ruck. You know what I mean?
Cam Williams hitting that half court shot.
Yeah. That was remarkable. Yeah.
It looked effortless, like it was nothing but net. It didn't hit the rim. It went right in, and it's the same thing he did in practice. So knowing he can do that more than once really makes me feel good about it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Going in too.
Yeah. What Big D? What did you think about the the Big Blue Madness, the spectacles, everything? I know we didn't have the floor, we didn't have that, but I believe this year was it was better than it was last year.
That's what I was fixing to say. They went back to basics. I mean, a lot of times the floor and all this hype takes away from the players, and what it's meant to be is to introduce our players to Big Blue Nation and everything else. It's been way too hyped up to really realize what kind of so. And when the players was doing 5-on-5 and playing like that, they was mad because they had to quit and go to do the 3-point and the dunk contest they ready to play. And that kind of excited me. Like, man, they want to get up and down, do this. And it was kind of refreshing to see them go back to some of the basics that they did and make it about just the players instead of the floor and all these lights coming down and making it, just it was refreshing. It was a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Lee, go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I mean, yeah, the spectaculars is all great. If you want to make it an NBA All-Star game, make it that way. But this was not an NBA All-Star game. It was a Kentucky, fan-based. Everything was going. It went great. I mean, yeah. I kind of liked the way they had the practice before they did the 3-point contest and the dunk contest and things like that. That was good. I wish kind of that they would have maybe had at least maybe 5 or 10 more minutes of the coverage of 5-on-5. But, I don't want nobody to get hurt either. So.
Yeah, I don't either. That's
a
the
good
last
point.
thing we want. That's the last thing we want is somebody getting hurt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I loved everything about it from top to bottom.
Kaz with John Wall coming out with Mark Pope coming up and then he comes up and then all of a sudden he comes up and does John Wall, do
that was perfect. That was perfect.
I mean, you can't script that. I mean, it was scripted a long time ago, but you can't script it right now. Nobody can do the John Wall dance like John Wall does, and with Mark Pope being there doing that, it was just it was beautiful.
It was so swagged out and fun.
Cash, give us your thoughts on Big Blue Madness.
My thoughts from top to bottom. First, I want to shout out Michaela Epps. When she started off Big Blue, introducing the ladies. She was actually on my podcast, and she's a really special, talented individual. So shout out to Michaela first off. She just now got inducted into the University of Kentucky Hall of Fame. So she's the latest inductee. So first shout out to her. But I loved it from top to bottom. I loved when the players got introduced, when they came out, seeing the different individuality and the authenticity of the personality. It's always fun to see that because you don't know everybody. You know what I mean? You don't know all the new players like Yella and everybody, especially Yella. He just now got on campus not too long ago. He's the latest one. So it was fun to get a feel of him. I love the 3-point shooting contest. I enjoyed that. Of course, the slam dunk contest. I enjoyed the scrimmage. And all of the whole, it just had that chemistry, it had that fun, it had that classic BB energy. And Mark Pope was spectacular in introducing everything. So shout out to the whole squad. And I like Jack's jacket that he had on. Jack Pilgrim's jacket was nasty. So
yeah, that
shout out to that. Yeah. But yeah, it reminded me of the old blue denim days, honestly. Yeah. And I feel like the optimism and the energy is here. The fun is just here, man. So I'm excited to get the season started, and we getting off like early. We got Purdue coming up in October. They're ranked #1 in the nation. Yeah. So we're already here. Got Louisville next month. So let's get the business. We're here.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And I'll tell you what, I will say this. When they brought out all the former players onto the court, and Chubby and all of them. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was crying. I was in the stand, standing up, tears running down my face, y'all.
Rick Pitino in the building.
I've got lots of. I mean, I got my picture with Larry Stamper and Jared Pritchett, and I mean, I'm just saying.
Pritchett?
Yeah, Jared. And when I was taking my picture with him, he goes, "Let's get the ring in there," and he held his ring up.
Champion.
But I just, the thoughts of, like Stamper and those guys, the old guys. I watched them growing up with my dad, and it was such great memories. Listening to Kaywood, watching these guys, so it brought back all the feels.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I was telling y'all before I first started, down there in Hardin County, they used to have a spot called Allied Sports, and back in '96, that's when you had Derek Anderson and Anthony S. and Scott Padgett. They all came through, and I had to get those autographs.
Yep.
And that was that at Harlan?
It was a spot called Allied Sports. It's not open anymore, I don't believe, down there. Yeah. So yeah, like you said, Miss Lee, gave me that old feeling.
Yeah.
It does. And I've got a basketball in there signed by the whole team as well from 30 years ago. So and it's the 30th anniversary of when Pope and those guys won it. So it's due. We are due. It's destiny. It's gonna happen.
Oh my, y'all giving me the chills now. Come on. You can't be telling.
It's getting Big D. Well, I mean, with this team, how I mean, I know last year we was real excited. And we did not get disappointed last year. But what do you think this year with this team?
Well, they're a deep team, and chemistry is better this year than what it was last year. I think we're going further than last year. I'm really hoping for number 9. I mean, it's everybody's dream. But Final Four, I think we're there. And if something happens, I wouldn't be disappointed. But I think we're going to take the next step. I think, we're going Final Four this year. And depends on how the cards play is what we end up with. So I don't know. Everybody's expectation is number 9, though.
Okay, guys, I got a question for you guys, okay, and for all of you watching. So Jimmy and I were talking about this. We are number 9 right now in the AP poll. My thoughts, and Jimmy agrees with me, are I would rather be number 9 or back, where we are. I don't think we're too low because I would rather be here and do better and move up than to start out way up here in 1, 2, 3 and have to keep that. What are your thoughts, Cash?
That's a tough one. I don't think, especially early season rankings, I feel like they don't matter as much, like especially early in the season. But I get what you're saying about not starting so high, so you won't have these expectations, and then the pressure kind of leads off that. But to me, it doesn't really matter, honestly. I'll be all the way honest. It doesn't matter to me because the years that we won the championship, I don't believe we were ranked number 1 in any of those seasons. Maybe for 2012, maybe for a little bit of time. But if you look at, I'm a historian a little bit, so if you look back in the times when we won the title, like back in '98, we wasn't ranked number 1. I remember we were playing Maryland. I think they may have been ranked really higher than us when they come in the Rupp when they had Steve Francis and all those guys. And we ended up winning the national title with Hashimu Evans and Wayne Turner and Scott Padgett and company. We wasn't ranked number 1 then. But we also, I believe we may have been in the top 10 to my understanding. But I don't think early season rankings matter as much, especially in college basketball where it's been such a long season. And so many things can happen in between time now and conference play and along to the tournament. As you see last year, we lost 3 guards due to injuries, and the season was going crazy. And we had 6 top wins going in, and then here comes the NCAA tournament when we don't even have 3, hardly a point guard to play with.
Right.
But Lamont Butler limping, you know what I mean? So, and we made it to the Sweet 16. We didn't win the title, but I just feel like rankings don't mean as much.
I think we were supposed to win it this year on the 30th anniversary, to be quite honest. Big D, what are your thoughts?
I would much rather start off like 12, 13, and then have that chance to climb myself. Because once you're at the top and you get knocked down, there's so many other teams that is hungry and that will come in there. And at the end of the year, you want to be up toward the top for seeding. I know they do seeds different than what they used to, but it's hard for me to get out of old school mentality of how you're going to be placed in a tournament compared to how they do things now, because they use BPI, they use a lot of other things to seed you with now. But start off a little lower and then climb your way up toward the middle of the year, and then at the end of the year be up toward the top, so that way you can get your number 1, number 2 seed and have a little better breaks going into the tournament. I've always thought that. I mean, I don't ever want to be ranked really high, because that's just too much pressure for a bunch of kids that like freshmen that's coming in. I mean, some of the older teams may not feel that as much. It's kind of like it's something they strive for and something that they feed off of. But the young players that's coming in, they've never experienced that before. So I think if you take that pressure off of them and give them a chance to grow through the year and get to that top seed later on, I think it's better off for me.
That makes sense. Jimmy, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the last time was 1996. We was ranked number 1 coming into the preseason, and we did get beat by UMass. And we did end up being number 1 and won the national championship. But that don't happen very often.
Yeah, that was like one of the best teams ever.
I mean, that's the best team. That's one of the best teams
all time.
Ever. I mean, the 97 team, the 98 team was nothing compared to the 96 team. Even though they had players that played on the 97, 98 team, that stayed over. The 96 team was special. You don't have teams like that come around very often.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we had the 2012 team. They was great. But they wasn't ranked number 1 to begin with, but they ended up winning the national championship.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, these teams these days, if you're ranked number 1, that's like that's a curse to you.
Yeah, everybody's coming for you. I mean, everybody's coming for us anyway. But when you've got that number 1 above your head, you're a target.
And we're going to see how it's going to play out in this exhibition game. Whenever we end up beating them, and they're going to say, well, maybe they ain't as good as they are, how much is that going to hurt that team? Probably.
Talk heavy, Big D. Yeah.
There we go. I mean, you're talking about, like, right now the KenPom is what everybody looks at for the NCAA tournament, whose teams is going to be good. And right now, we're ranked number 8 in offense. We're ranked I believe it's number 4 in defense. That's the biggest ratings that I've seen a Kentucky team in the last 10, 15 years. And that's what it takes for you to be a national championship team.
Fact. And our defense this year is going to be stupid good.
Wait till we get the whole squad together.
Well, I mean, we just now got Ortega back. He started practicing Monday. He's back 100%. JQ, he'll be back eventually. But I mean, we got Braden. BG. We got BJ. He's going to be spectacular. And then we've got Malachi Moreno. And I'll tell you what, that boy is going to be special. He's going to block everything coming to the rim.
Yeah.
His name has been buzzing tremendously here lately.
It has. And we're going to do, I see us, like Big Mike just said, Coach Pope has already talked about full court press and, zone defense. And like, it's going to be a totally different than what we've been seeing. It's going to be like bringing old school ball back. It's going to give it that 96 feel. I have a feeling this team is going to give us that 96 feel.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Big D, can you turn the light on?
Yeah, hold on.
It got dark, man.
You're dark, man. You're dark.
He was
I know it's dark here. But Yeah.
It was like
was
slow
there.
moving.
There we go. There we go.
It's so funny. He was there, and then all of a sudden it got dark where he is, and he wasn't there anymore.
I was talking to y'all earlier. I was like, man, it's going to get dark. I don't have to have a light or something.
Yeah, you need to turn the light on.
He's fading away.
He did. He's straight.
Nice for you to join us.
Yeah. Thanks for coming back. We thought you was doing a Halloween special. We thought it was back in the day when they did Big Boo Madness for Halloween.
Yeah. When the Undertaker comes out.
Yeah.
I'm only going to say this once. It's not Halloween. We are not talking about football, so it's not a Halloween special.
No, there ain't no Halloween. Yeah.
Prime time of year to be
Oh man.
I know a couple people. I seen a couple people on here. They did say. I think Carl was asking about Tyron Stokes. Carl, do not worry about Tyron Stokes. Tyron Stokes is coming to Kentucky. Don't worry about it. He might delay it a little bit, but he's coming to Kentucky. So
his mother sent him a birthday gift, and he was wearing Kentucky gear in the picture with his birthday gift.
He had a Kentucky shirt on.
Oh wow!
And so I do not think anybody needs to worry anything about Tyron Stokes.
Plus, when me and Jack was talking the other day, he told me that he had signed his Nike contract. Tyron Stokes did.
Yeah, a big one. It was a big Nike contract.
Nike contract? Like, come on, yo.
Nike contract, Nike school.
Yes.
So,
I mean, that eliminated Louisville. That eliminated Kansas. USC. I don't know that they was very much into it anyhow. Oregon and Kentucky was the only two Nike schools, and
Oregon is Nike.
And so and NIL deals, he's going to get way more with Kentucky than he was going to get with Oregon, and plus the Nike deal.
Look, he would rather be a cat than a duck.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, but yeah, he's coming. I will predict it right now. He's coming.
I did see earlier Joe, he was on here and he said, Jimmy, do you have a problem with sleepers? And I was like, I do not have a problem. Yeah, I do not have a problem with them. But Joe asked it on here and I was like, I'll say, no, I do not have a problem with them.
Moonshine Mafia, I can see it being an $8 million NIL deal, and I can see Nike paying half. $8 million, he's coming to Kentucky.
Big Mike, yeah, I'll put a crystal ball in, and Crystal was on here, and I'm going to use her name as a crystal ball. Yes, I'll give an 80% chance Tyron Stokes is at Kentucky.
I'll give it 95.
I'm going to say 80, but I believe it's 100% chance he's coming to Kentucky.
Nice.
You just said 80 and then you say 100. Now
I can go up. I just can't go down.
There's a big difference between 80 and 100, Jimmy.
I'm gonna do 100. It's a crystal ball, 100% chance Tyron Stokes is in Kentucky.
Talk heavy, Jimmy.
I'm gonna talk heavy. Yeah, I'll talk heavy.
Hey, yo, what I liked about the Big Blue Madness, if you notice when they were scrimmaging, they just come out and just transition triples, just boom.
Oh,
here comes Jasper Johnson, boom. Jalen Lowe, smack him. I mean, just flashing the triple. In Trent Noah, splash, like in transition. This is crazy.
Transition. It wasn't catch and shoot. It was transition threes.
Yeah, transition triples.
Like you're still moving.
How fast the pace that he's wanting to play this year.
I mean, that was impressive, like early.
It was
a whole lot faster than last year.
I will tell you what made me sad at Big Blue Madness. I was sad because you could see on Jaden Quainton's face, like he was sitting right down from me, and you could see it on his face how much he wished he was out there. Like he just looked a few times he looked sad.
Yeah, like, JQ, man. Shout out to JQ. I can't wait till he gets out there.
Yeah, we love you, JQ. We cannot wait till you
Oh,
can actually get up and get out there with the rest of the team. We know you're wanting it. And I did talk to him about his ACL because I told him I'd had a bunch of surgeries and I'd had my knee replaced. I said,
Mhm.
you know, I said, when it's you and it's your leg, I said, you know. And he said, that's true. He said, that's why. He goes, I'm feeling it. That's what he told me. He said, I'm feeling it.
That is a good
So
point. Only you know your body better than anyone else. Yeah.
that's why I
that
think they'll probably give him like limited minutes to ease him into playing because you don't want to
Absolutely.
put him in there.
Yeah.
You don't want to put too much on him in one game because, like in the first game, you don't want to give him too much. You don't want to re injure it. You don't want to set back his progress by stretching something, straining something, whatever. So I think he might ease into 5 minutes a game or whatever, a couple minutes, 5 minutes to ease up to actual playing his
Absolutely.
ability.
That
So,
might be the Trojan horse for the championship too, because
Yeah.
anybody
right.
dunk in flip flops, you know,
He's a beast out
is
there. I know
ready.
that. I was
He's
watching those
ready.
highlights from last year. Good God, a word. He was catching bodies. He was cooking them boys down there in the paint.
Oh, he
He got
was.
that
well,
bounce, physical. Yeah.
I
Big
mean, I
Mike
mean,
wants to know if we did a platoon, who's the second group? Here's my answer to that. Whoever's not in the first group.
exactly. I mean, it don't matter who we bring in as the second group because the second group right now is, I'm not going to say better than the first group, but they're just going to be about the same. And then we can still bring 3 or 4 players off of the bench off of that. If we played 10 players, we got 13, 14 players that can still come in. I wouldn't even care if Braden Hawthorne comes in and plays on the second group. I don't care if Reese Potter came in. I don't care who it is. This team is going to be right there together because they're playing every day in practice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I kind of agree with what nobody's saying. Popo platoon, but he'll never just sub one at a time. He'll probably do 3 or 4 at a time to
He,
give the other
Well,
guys a break and give them a rest.
yeah,
I can't remember who the guy's name was, but it was the Mr. Analytics, his coach, and he has got a full-time job. How Pope is with analytics. And if they're going to run platoon, he's going to have to sit there and see who plays with who's got chemistry with this guy. Man, this is a bunch to figure out if you're going to try to run a system like that. And it's too much of an analytical type of guy I believe, to run a system like that. I think whoever's
Yeah.
is hot. So he's going to be playing in with some of the others. So I don't, a platoon 5-5. I don't think so, but it's possible.
I'm, I'm right there with you, Big D. I feel like Pope is more strategic, and I feel like whatever the moment calls for is whatever adjustments he'll make as far as the roster, as far as the lineup and substitutions and things of that nature. I feel like the platoon system with Cal, I feel like it was more set in stone that he knew he could for sure play those 10 guys no matter who we were playing or what the
Yep.
situation was. And I think that's what made it abnormal.
I agree with
Yep.
you, and I think because that's kind of what I've said before, as far as you might have Denzel Aberdeen on a guy. Just use
Hmm.
this as an example. And that's who you put him against. He started, whatever. That's who he's against. However, so and so on the bench, Aberdeen's not getting it done as well as he might, or he's having a little issues. They're on him too tight or something. And you bring somebody off the bench, and they might be better suited to go up against him. They may have a little more height. They may have a little more speed that we need. I think it's just going to be a player by player basis.
Hmm.
well, the,
Yeah.
the thing when Calipari ran the platoon squad, it was blue versus white every day in practice. They never did mix it up. The blue
Right.
team started the game, and then the white team would come in. They
Yeah.
never got to like blend in. And when at the very end of the game, when it came down when we was playing Wisconsin and we lost, those players from the white team, blue team, they didn't know how to play with each other because they never played with their each squads during practice. They just did it in a game, and then they got subbed out. 5 minutes in, 5 minutes out. 5 minutes in, 5 minutes out. If he would have just done it 2 or 3 minutes with 2 or 3 players, those players would have known how to play with each other and know the strengths and weaknesses and wherever player was going to be on the court.
And that's a valid point. It just depends on the situation. And like you were talking, Mark Pope being analytical, it's going to be a who sizes up better with who. It's not going to be okay, these guys are always the next ones I send in. That might not be,
Yeah.
And I think he is going to put his analytics to play when it comes to subbing.
I'll tell you what would be interesting, too. That's a good point, you all. What would be interesting is what if Coach Pope was coaching that 38-1 squad when we were playing Wisconsin, when Frank Kaminsky was giving us fits? Could he have put together some type of strategical cook-up or mix that would have been like, yo, this is the issue at this moment. Let's tackle this. What's your thoughts on that? How you feel about it? Anybody?
I think there's a chance we could have won if Mark Pope would have been coaching.
I'm with Leanne. I'm with you. What you're asking this question about, because I know where you're going with this. I think Pope would have had an answer.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
Stuck in their ways, and they're wanting to do it like that every single time because that's the way they've always done it. Doesn't mean that it's always right, though.
Happened that many times up to that point, right?
Several times.
Yeah. It's interesting to think about, though.
It is.
What if Booker and them had played at the end of the game of letting the Twins play because they was more?
Well, Tyler Ulis and Booker.
That's a good point too, because whenever Booker and Tyler Ulis was in there, that was cooking.
All right.
I think that's another time that Cal's off the ball because he didn't want to sub out the Harrison twins. And if he would have subbed out with Ulis and Booker.
Yeah. Yo, Devin Booker not starting is ballistic. Let's start there. Devin Booker not starting on anybody's squad is beyond me.
All right, I want to ask Moonshine just asked this. I'm going to ask Darren and then Cashmere. I want you to answer these two. Can you imagine how nasty the matchup with Cat would have been playing the 5 out with Pope's system?
Ooh, man, that's nice.
Cat would have been allowed to do what Cat wanted to do to begin with. Cat wanted to spread the floor out and be more that stretch 4 than that 5. But
it would have been nasty.
It would have been.
Yeah, I mean, because he could do it all, man. As you see right now, he's tearing them up in the weed.
And you're right. Reed and Rob not starting was crazy too.
Well, it's like Peanut just said. Cal was so anxious about keeping everybody, players got tight at the end of that game against, with when we lost that game.
Yeah.
Hold on, Reed and Rob didn't start?
No, they did not start.
No, they didn't start either. They brought them off the bench
every time.
Yeah.
And when they come, like, oh my,
that hurts. What?
He wanted them to pick up the energy because, like,
that's right. Okay.
And when Rick come in, the energy level of that game just skyrocketed.
That's right. DJ Wagner started.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, that's right.
And like Peanut just said he almost. Peanut says he almost blew it in 2012, but AD wasn't having it.
If it wasn't for AD, if it wasn't for AD, we'd have lost that game against Kansas.
Yep.
Absolutely. Making a big defensive stop toward the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Reed did start when Wagner was hurt, but the rest of the time he didn't.
Rest of the time he did not. He did not start until Wagner got hurt.
Yeah, and that's shocking that Reed and Rob. It's his stars, Reed and Rob. Did y'all know there's a song out about them?
Yeah.
I like it.
I think Rob dropped like 30-some points the other night on somebody playing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. It did, Big D. They tearing it up right now. Both of them.
Yeah. I mean, Reed Shepherd is basically starting for the Rockets now. I mean, I mean, I don't know. Calipari loves to keep these players down, but they love for them to get into the NBA, for his namesake. But it's he should have started these players.
And Devin Booker dropped 70 in one game and didn't start. Are you kidding me?
Yep. And Reed didn't score. What game was it? Reed didn't score until third.
We talked about that.
The fourth quarter of the game, like the last 10 minutes.
We talked about that, Lee.
Yeah,
we did. Take a shot. Man, we discussed that. It was hard. It was hurt. It was just tough to watch.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's like, why? And they say Cal told him not to shoot. Well, why would you tell Reed Shepherd not to shoot?
There's a lot of questions there. There's a lot of question marks for the Big Blue Nation there. I mean, as puzzled as we're looking right now, that's how it was when the game was going on. We was just like, what is unfolding right now? Then when the game ended, we was like, what has just transpired?
That can't be real. Did I really just watch that catastrophe?
Unreal moment. It was unreal.
It was like a dumpster fire.
Yeah. But shout out to everybody that was involved.
Exactly.
It's a new year. It's a new day. It's a new day. Hey, look,
it's a new
got kind of
dark.
Shout out to those who survived. And
that's all of us. That's all of us. Yeah, we survived.
Sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
It's a new era, the Pope era, and I'm excited.
Hey, it's new world era, and we're gonna do it in. It's gonna be the new B era.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I tell you, Yelovich can stroke it too.
Oh man,
hey, he can splash with the triple two, man. Woo!
Him and Trent Noah going against each other.
Trent, woo, goodness gracious. Him, Trent, Cam, God, them boys lighted it up early.
And Trent did it just once. He did it twice.
Yeah.
He went up both times and lit it up.
Yeah.
Pizza says Kentucky is so deep. I lost it now. But he was talking about Kentucky being so deep. Do you think he'll sub in JQ for 1 or 2 minutes?
I saw that. Pizza 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe he might just sub him in just to start out 1 or 2, 3 minutes.
Would you you guys? I'm asking this to all of you. Would you rather see Mark Pope start him in a few minutes here and there, possibly beginning of November, just a couple minutes to get him acclimated, or would you rather wait till December to know that he's good to go and not risk?
I think till he's ready. I think JQ's gonna say, okay, coach, put me in. I'm ready to go. And when he does that, I don't think it's gonna be a couple minutes. I think he's gonna go in like wildfire and just, throw down a couple dunks, 2 or 3 blocks, and he's just gonna show everybody why he come to Kentucky. That's my feeling. When he's ready to go, I think go.
What do you think, Cash?
I'm right there with Big D. You ever seen the movie Friday Night Lights with Booby Miles? He was stubborn. He was like, I want to play. He went in, boom, and his knee just got completely destroyed. And fresh. I don't think it's gonna be this type of scenario. I feel like JQ, he's gonna be more conscious, more mature about his decision making, and he's gonna be more patient. And I know it's tough because, like you said, he's such a baller. You see him at Big Blue Madness. I've seen him over there in the corner. How could you miss it? He's a monster over there, and you can tell he's ready to get out there. But I'm with Big D. I feel like we're gonna wait and towards the middle of the season, towards more of the middle of the season. It's gonna be well after we play Louisville, which is gonna hurt me a little bit. I would love to see him just slam dunk on some Cardinals, you know what I mean? And splash on them and catch some bodies. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait, and I think it's gonna be for the better.
Jimmy?
Oh, I believe I still got the impressions of what I've been heard that it could be middle of December. I've heard middle of November. I've heard like right at the SEC play. I'll just leave that up to Mark Pope, the coaching staff. But I believe that JQ knows exactly what's going on with his body right now. Miss Lee has said this with her injuries and what she has gone through with Rhea. It's different from everybody. But right now he's saying, I am ready to play this year. I want to play. They have not said he is cleared to play 100% contact and all that, but I mean, they said maybe middle of November. Middle of November is the 11th of November. So who says he cannot play against that Louisville team 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes that game?
It's possible. I hope so. Let's hope for that, Jimmy.
We're going to have Brandon Garrison and Malachi Moreno starting and playing them games anyhow. But if JQ comes in and plays like 7, 8, 10 minutes, he just comes in and dunks on people.
Okay, my thoughts are he's going to play a few minutes during the Louisville game, and then he may not play again until December. But I think no matter what happens, because Mark Pope said, and as people are commenting, Mark Pope did say, I can't keep him from playing. When he's ready and he wants to play, I can't stop him. So I'm thinking we might see a little of JQ for the Louisville game, and then maybe not so much until the middle of December.
Hey,
I would love to see him. That's going to be a competitive game, though.
Yeah, it is. But that's my thoughts. Like my prediction.
And maybe not until December the 2nd when we play North Carolina at Rupp Arena.
No, I think it'll be Louisville.
No. I'm talking about he might play the Louisville game, but December the 2nd he might play some against North Carolina at Rupp Arena.
And that's possible. Moonshine says I would be fine with him playing the last 5 minutes to end it properly. With some dunks, yes.
Be up like 4, 5, 6 points, and then he comes in and just gets 2 or 3 rebounds, maybe a shot block, gets the great rebounds, and then running the court and just getting running to the rim dunks.
Nasty.
Some tomahawks.
Tomahawks. Well, no. I want it to be Dominique behind the back. Just come back and just dunk on people. Dominique, just come back and dunk on people. Say, hey, it's over.
Yeah. Hey, Jamal McGlure style.
Was anybody else kind of a little concerned and sitting at Big Blue Madness? When dude decided to dunk over Oway, I was like, oh my God, you're going to hurt him. Don't hurt Oway. And you saw Pope go over there and be like,
oh, yeah. Oh, Braden Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Hawthorne?
Pope went over there and you could see him talk to him and kind of.
He was like, do you really want to do this?
Pope walked away going.
Yeah. And even after Hawthorne didn't get everything, the dunk down, you saw Pope came over and grabbed him at midcourt and said, hey, I think he was saying, do not try to hurt yourself or other teammates. I want you on this team. We need you all year long. We don't need nobody to get
He's
hurt.
He's over there going, look, we just got his turf toe fixed. Don't screw up anything else. You know?
Yeah. So, hey,
this
Big
just
D,
in.
we're getting Big D in here. So, what do you think about JQ coming back? I know what the season. What happened with Big Blue Madness? Everything. I mean, your aspects.
Yeah. Like I said, I think JQ knows JQ. And when he's ready, I think he's come in and run at 100%. As like I think changed my mind a little bit. He might play. Hopefully, he might play a couple minutes just to say that he played against the other teams. But what I hear Pope saying, we got two centers. They're going to play, and when he comes back, it's going to be special. And I really believe that whenever like I said earlier, I believe JQ's going to be the Trojan horse for the championship this year. I believe he's going to hold off. He's going to get 100% healthy, and then he's going to come in like a wrecking ball. And then you're just going to see people with heads hurt get dunked on. And they're a deep team, and I believe they're more of a unit now than what they was last year. I believe, but JQ's only 17, 18 years old.
18.
Mm-hmm. He's young.
These are still a bunch of kids, but they have
Very young.
such a strong team right now that it's only going to get better. A lot of people say, I've heard a lot of people say, well, they're going to do the beginning and they're going to top out and everybody else is going to get better. I don't believe that. I believe Kentucky just going to get better and better, because what happens whenever they screw up or do something wrong? Pope will go up to them and say, okay, let's think about it. I want you to tell me what you can do to be a better player, to help be a better team. And that is something that they do all the time. So that's not something that is automatically brought into Kentucky. That's a mindset that Pope has instilled in these kids, help them get better every single game. And I believe it'll get better every single game all the way up until the So I'm excited. I just can't wait to watch them this year.
I agree with you, and I'm gonna agree with nobody when he said, what did he just say? He just said something. Now I've lost it. I can't get it back now.
Oh, talking about the most minutes and efficiency.
Nah, this was before that. But I agreed with you, nobody, on what you said. I can't remember, but yes, I agree with you.
And I believe they got a more consistent point guard this year than what. I mean, Lamont was good, but Jaden Lowe has just picked up this team. And I believe he's put this team on his back and knows the assignment. And I think you're going to see a lot different pace of play, how they're going to run and how they're going to trap and how they're going to court. I believe it's just going to be a lot different than we're used to. It's like basketball to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Cash, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts on the season coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, extremely optimistic. We're deep. We got the talent. We got the early chemistry. When all the players talking to media, they all understand the assignment. So they all have the same common goal. They have all been, even though it's been kind of a short span, they've been spending time together off the court. Pope did a good job, as he did last season, with the team camaraderie, the team togetherness early, as far as going out and golfing, being involved with the community. I mean, all this stuff plays a part, because we're talking Big Blue Nation here. We're talking a culture that has been developed and instilled in this area, in this world, like for quite some time. So I feel like these kids are starting to understand it early. I feel like a lot of them knew what it was before they came in, but There's nothing like getting together and really getting that feeling in rough together, playing with amongst each other. And once they start playing against other teams, I feel like that brings a different dog and beast out of teams because they've been beating up on each other in practice and things of that nature. And you can go 100%, but you don't want to beat each other all the way to where, you're not even ready to play. So like, I think they're just excited to play other people. And man, I'm telling you, we got the talent. We have the skill set. We have the shooting. He's fulfilled holes that weren't fulfilled last year as far as the physicality, as far as the rebounding, the defense mentality, and things of that nature. And then you got all the greats coming in on the college campus and instilling and embedding what it means to be a Kentucky Wildcat. And they're catching all that. You got Karl Anthony Towns coming and talking to the squad. You got Rajon Rondo coming and talking to the team. You got Tayshaun Prince on. You're a kid. You got Tayshaun Prince on camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
John Wall. You got legendary. I mean, Kentucky is such a legendary place, and I think that just fulfills and that just brings a different energy out of you anyway. And then you got kids that, they dreamed of playing at Kentucky. You got Trent Noah. You got pictures of him when he was a little kid. You know what I mean? Like, he eats, sleeps, dreams Kentucky Big Blue Nation basketball. You got Jasper Johnson. He's a Lexington kid. You know what I mean? You got, who's the other kid? The tall kid from, you got Malachi. He's from Lexington. You got the Potter kid. Reese Potter, he's a Kentucky boy. You got 4 Kentucky boys on this squad. That's what stood out to me. So when you factor all that in, you got Denzel Aberdeen with the championship mentality. He can do it all as a wing. He can shoot it, he can light it up, but also people are underestimating his athleticism. You got Jalen Lowe. He's an all-around point guard. He can see the court very well. He's already talking about making the right plays. He knows what he was up against at Pitt, which was a lot more pressure. Now he's talking about how the pressure's off of him because there's so much talent surrounding him, and so much chemistry and weapons and pieces. So then you got the players down low. I mean, you put it all together, man, and I feel optimistic and I feel good about it.
Yeah. Just to let everybody know, Mike is talking about having a call-in show on Thursday nights. So if you all could just let us know, if we get at least 10 people that might be interested in a call-in show on Thursday night, just put it in the messages so we can see it so Mike knows. Thank you very much. And Purdue, we saw, you were talking about team building exercises to get them closer and do things. Purdue was carrying logs. Did you see the picture of the Purdue team carrying logs?
That's crazy.
We're out here golfing, going to the water park, helping kids at the hospital. They're carrying big, long logs. It's like some Final Destination crap.
The only thing I seen close to that is we were building houses.
We was building houses and helping tornado victims.
But we're not carrying logs. But we're not just carrying a log.
Wow.
How is that team building? And I remembered what nobody said. He said Colin Chandler's going to poster somebody. I will agree with that.
I do agree with that. That's it. He's going to get somebody.
I know it was either nobody or it was, let me see, it was
I can't. How do you make
Peanut? Peanut was saying if we have 3 or 4 losses in the beginning of the season, and he was talking about, I don't know that we will be opposite of what we last year, and with our injuries, we have 1 player that's injured right now. We got 2 players that's taking care of his spot until he comes back. So I don't understand why Peanut thinks that we're injured. We're not injured. And, I know, Darren, you played football. Now, did you ever hear of a turf toe?
I never heard of nothing like it growing up.
Back in the day, you didn't have a turf toe. I don't know what a turf toe is right now.
You jammed it.
You jammed it. It was a jammed toe.
Back in the day,
turf toe.
court out on the field, and you
Turf toe tears that ligament that runs down through that one toe that hooks it. Turf toe is where the bone hooks to your foot, where your toe bone hooks to your foot. That's turf toe.
Word.
And
Yeah.
it's painful.
Oh, I'm sure it hurts. I'm sure it hurts.
Ortega was like, he was like, they asked him about when he went up and got the steal and then went for the dunk. Right when he got back on the court, he was like, yo, I'm back.
But I mean, we're talking about the turf. Ortega is healthy now. He practiced Monday. He's ready to go. I mean, I know Mark Pope said he took off from above the free throw line and dunked it.
Yeah.
He didn't do no Michael Jordan. He did not do that. He might have jumped outside or inside the free throw line and dunked it, but
right.
I mean, he was showing out and that he is ready to play. And Mark Pope said it must be nice to be young. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I seen that. I seen what he said all that. Yeah.
I hear you.
So man, shout out to the whole squad. Shout out to the staff, man. They're ready too.
Oh yeah, this staff, the trainers, the whole staff, coaching staff, assistant coaches, Cody Figure, all the coaching staff that's on this team is magnificent for what Pope wants them to do. Even like Mark Fox, that coached at Georgia when Pope was there as an assistant coach. And he was actually there when he coached Georgia when we were playing some good basketball games against Georgia. Mark Fox, he's a great coach.
I'm gonna agree with Sam. Purdue gonna be leaving Ruppus Perdon't. I like that. I like that, Sam.
Pat's gonna beat Purdue and show why Kentucky is a top 4 in Ken Palm. Well,
yep.
I did have to Google what a Boilermaker was though at one point. At first I didn't know. Do y'all know? Do you know what a Boilermaker is? Okay, I didn't at first. I was like, yo, what's a Boilermaker?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
It's not the drink. It's not the drink. Yeah, it's not a Boilermaker like if you go out to a bar. Not. Yeah, it's not that. Yeah.
I don't even know what that version of it is. I just know the logo had a train. It's like,
the drink Boilermakers, bourbon and beer.
Bourbon and beer.
Oh,
I've heard of it. I've never had one at a bar, but I knew what a Boilermaker was. Yeah.
I don't even drink. I'm a big nerd when it comes to that. So.
I don't anymore. Now nobody's gonna have me calling Purdue Turdu.
I like that one, that Turdu. Yeah, I like that one.
I do too. So now we're all gonna call him Turdu.
Purdue is
Turdu.
That's hilarious though.
Josh Irving had an amazing time visiting Big Blue Madness. He made his last 3 lists. He's going to announce his commitment next week. Yes, he is.
Next week, yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's...
I've seen that.
But he's a 2027.
Yeah, but
that's great. That's great for us right now because Mark Pope is already getting a head start on top of 2027 recruits. These players are going to start realizing, hey, I need to get on the bandwagon right now because Mark Pope might not have any room for me.
And that's the same with the guys this year, like Tyron Stokes and those guys. If you want to be on the Kentucky Wildcats, you can't be like some people and wait till the very last minute and pull this, well, I'm going to announce at midnight on this day, 3 months from now, or keep pushing it back because the spot might not be there. If you want it bad enough, you better take it.
That's a good point. Because you see where Rick Pitino, he had an interesting comment to make the other day. And he was like, yo, we're not recruiting any high school kids this year.
Yep.
Well, period. We're not making room for a high school player this year.
Well, last year, Mark Pope and Rick Pitino had the number 1 and number 2 transfer classes.
Yep.
Yeah,
And so,
they're big on the transfer portal. So.
And I don't know that Mark Pope will go after the transfers this year. Now, I think basically we'll probably get 2 players, and I think it's going to be Tyron Stokes and Darren Rippey. I like those 2 players, and I think we're real good with them. We could maybe get one more freshman that would be like a Braden Hawthorne that's ranked in the top 50, but he moves up to the top 30, and then he's a good 2 or 3 year player. But I don't know. I don't know that we're going to get another transfer this coming year. But like Rick Pitino said, he's not going out of freshmen. But that's what Mark Pope is doing right now. But I think maybe later on he might not have to worry about going after freshmen. He might just get transfers.
Right, and I would like to see that happen. Do I want it to happen completely? No. Would I like to get enough transfers to where maybe we have 1 freshman on the team? And the reason I'm saying that is because you need to have somebody that's there that can stay on the team, somebody that will stay for 3 or 4 years and be able to be the leader of that team when they get to that point.
If you can't
bring somebody in that's a junior. Yeah, they can lead the team, but they're gone after another year. You have to at some point get a freshman or 2 on your roster to be able to have that leader that's on that team for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, Big D, go ahead.
Yeah, how you feel, Big D?
Transfer, you could get like a sophomore transfer that that's going to be there the 3 years. I don't see anything wrong with that, but like getting these transfers in that's like seniors that that's gone for a year, I don't think that'll help anybody. They might help them win a couple games, but that's not going to establish your team 2 or 3 years down the road. And if you can get those transfers, those good transfers as like sophomores, and they're going to stay, I believe in the transfer portal, but I don't. These juniors and seniors,
Well, wait, there's something else we have to factor in. The fact that when we get overseas players, they're considered freshmen, a lot of them. So those kind of freshmen I wouldn't mind having. They've been playing against grown men.
Yes.
Yep. The only thing is this year, Jelly was listed as a sophomore because of his credits. Because of his class credits. And for everybody that was worried because it took a while for him to get here, that's what took a while. They were trying to figure out with the classes he had and the curriculum here, what grade would he actually fit in? And that's what took so long for him to get here when he finished playing in the tournaments with them, was because they were trying to figure out, okay, does he classify as a freshman or a sophomore? So that's what took a while. But when you've got freshman coming in like him, I'll take a freshman.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, the thing is, with Jelly, hey, I'm sad that he's a sophomore because we still going to have him for 3 years if we can. But that shows that he did the effort. He is ready to make sure that he is ready for college basketball, and he did way more than he really needed to do to be a freshman in college from overseas and being here in the United States. That just shows to all the Kentucky fans, this boy is ready to play. He's ready to do the efforts of being a college player. And I don't think we're going to have to worry about him being any college credits or anything like that. He's improved from the last 2 weeks. They said this boy is special. And even Otega said, I cannot wait to get on the court and play with him.
Right. Peanut, I don't even think deodorant would help half of these guys, antiperspirant, to be quite honest. If you out there playing that hard, you better be sweating. If you're not, you ain't playing hard enough, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. He's probably making a joke about like people from Germany and everybody not wearing come on, man. That's just what some people do overseas.
I will
maybe not
say,
here.
hugging the guys and getting pictures taken with them, none of them stunk. I will
Well,
honestly say, none of the players stunk after Big Blue Madness. Okay, they did not stink.
That's a
Well,
win.
stay away from Papa John's and don't
we
eat
already
Papa
heard
John's
that.
pizza.
Not for 2 weeks straight. Of course, I wouldn't eat it at all, but definitely
Yeah.
not for 2 weeks straight. It
Okay.
tore Big Z's guts apart. He
Yeah.
told Jelly stay away from Papa John's. But yeah,
Y'all remember? Oh, go ahead, Lee.
No, go ahead.
Y'all remember Enes Kanter?
Free Enes.
Oh my God.
That was wild, wasn't it?
Cash, man, that was the biggest stink in college basketball, and that is why he did not get cleared to play for Kentucky. And I will guarantee this story will come out eventually, and it was probably because of Calipari being at Kentucky. And they did not want that boy to play at Kentucky because they knew if he would have played at Kentucky, we'd have won a national championship.
Okay, but there's issues. Do you know he's changed his name now?
Yeah.
He actually changed his He actually changed his name to Freedom. He's not allowed back in his country because he stood against all the bad stuff. He was trying to stand against.
Yep.
All the stuff that was going on and speak out for freedom for his country. So he's not allowed to go back there. And he changed his name to Freedom. He legally changed it.
Wow. I just remember him sitting out and me just wondering like how he would look out on the court alongside, accompanied by all the other talent that we had that year.
You remember
his brother did.
Oh, go ahead.
His brother did play with us in the TBT though.
Yeah, the last 2 years. Yeah, the last 2 years.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
But remember Enes Kanter came out as the Undertaker and he had that had the hat on. And it was his arms was raised up and there was smoke everywhere. And we was like, oh my God, if he plays basketball at Kentucky, it's going to be over. And then they said, oh, no, he can't play because he took $7,000. And I'm like, his mom and dad was a doctor and a law or a school teacher. They could have paid that money right back and let him play, but they said, no, he's never going to play college basketball.
Yeah.
So it was $7 bands?
$7,000.
It was $7,000. That's crazy work. I didn't know the ins and outs and the proper details, but wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now you know.
So, but yeah, I would have liked to see him out there hooping amongst the Wildcat country.
Oh,
It was tough to watch him just sit on the bench just every game.
Well, I mean, hey, look what if Sean Kemp would have played at Kentucky.
Oh man!
If Sean Kemp would have got eligible and played for Kentucky before Eddie Sutton and all that, went to shambles. If Sean Kemp, Rex Chapman, Eric Manuel, Chris Mills, they had like a superstar team. They made sure Kentucky was not going to make that tournament because they put Kentucky under probation. But if Sean Kemp, along with Rex Chapman, Chris Mills, Eric Manuel, all them was on the same team, that team would have been 40-0, but they didn't play 40 games back then. But they
didn't play 40. Yeah. Rex.
Chris Mills. You mean Cameron?
No, Chris Mills. Chris Mills.
There was Chris and Cameron.
Oh,
Chris
that's right.
Mills. Well, there was a Cameron Mills, but he wasn't.
Cameron Mills was more. He was more my era.
He was in the 90, the 96, 97.
Hey,
years.
I love some Cameron Mills, bro. From the corner, he was lights out from the corner, bro.
That was Dead Eye Mills. Dead Eye Mills, Cameron Steels.
I got a photograph back in the day.
Yeah,
I've got it on the basketball. Yeah, I tell you what,
he was automatic.
He was.
Oh, when he hit that shot against Duke.
Whew. That's why I like Patino put him in. Boom.
Yeah. And then Scott Padgett hit that shot against Duke.
And that's how Trent Noah's going to be. Because
Yeah.
Trent Noah from the corner is dead on a beast.
That's
Trent
going to
from
be
the corner.
that's our
That's-
next Scott Padgett. I think that's our next Scott Padgett.
Trent
Noah.
I like that. I like that. I like that vision. I like that.
When I was watching the 3-point contest, Trent Noah was dead on from the corners though.
He was. He's nasty. Oh, I got a question for you all. For all three of y'all. How do y'all feel about the Kentucky boy, Travis Perry, going on and being in the SEC and continuing his path at the Ole Miss? Is it right?
Yes.
Is it Ole Miss what we play? Yeah. How do you feel about that? Him coming into his sophomore season, the development of Travis Perry. How do you feel? How do you think that'll boil over?
They're
Go
saying
ahead,
he's
Miss Lee.
doing. They're saying he's doing really good. I watched an interview from a couple other players, and they say he's doing really good. I got
Yeah.
nothing for love but Travis Perry. This wasn't the place for him. Maybe someplace else he can get more minutes and he can play, but
Right.
this was not the place for him. I love him. I'm glad he came here his first year, but Kentucky style of ball is not for him because he seemed timid. He seemed way too timid playing in the SEC. So I think that's an issue for him because I think it's going to be too physical for Travis Perry.
You think his size bothers him? What you say, Big D?
Playing in the SEC because you got Ole Miss. I just
he's still in the SEC.
His personality didn't fit Kentucky. His style of play, I think, is going to be okay, and he's still going to be playing against the people in SEC. I think it was his personality that didn't fit Kentucky because there's so much that's required out of you, and some people just can't get out of their shell enough to be in that Kentucky spotlight that you're always in. And some people don't like that. I think maybe he needed to get away from that spotlight so he could be who he needed to be. Because it's not for everybody. You're right.
It's not.
Fact.
He just didn't fit.
And I mean,
So
I
you don't
hated
think?
it.
How you feel, Jim?
I mean, I hated it when I mean, I was there today and I saw it come over, and me and Big Mike did a little show saying he was transferring, and we didn't know where he was going to go. Everybody was saying Arkansas. Everybody was saying Louisville. And then I knew it was going to be Ole Miss. And maybe him being at Ole Miss, I heard the coach was talking about it's going to benefit him way better being in his system, Chris Beard and everything there at Ole Miss. I hope it works out for him. Right now, it like everybody is in agreement right now. It just did not fit out for Kentucky. I think Trent Noah was the way better player coming out of Kentucky. And even though, Travis Perry scored 5,000 something points, but he was playing at a high school that did not play against very good competition. And
That's a good point.
And Trent Noah played against way better high school players, and he's a better competitor. He's a bigger version of a Scott Padgett that Kentucky always likes for those type of players to be. And I hope he works out. I hope he wins a lot of games for Ole Miss, except for the game he plays against us.
Wildcat Mania said Travis Perry's defense hurts him. Travis Perry's defense was non-existent. It's the fact that he didn't have
He was a liability. Yeah, he was a liability on defense for sure.
He did not have a defense, and that's what hurt when we had him in. He had no defense.
Well,
But Trent Noah, how are you going to keep this boy off the court for one? I mean, if he's a shooter and he's a dead-eye shooter, and in the system Pope's got, and he wants to put them threes up, how are you going to keep him off the court whenever you got other people that's wanting to play? These are some questions that we're going to only be able to see it when the game kicks off, because right now I don't understand how you got going to be able to put these guys together as good as they are.
You will, because you're going to have guys that are you're going to have teams that are able to shut down a three. So you're going to have to take those guys out and put in guys that can go in the paint. and do backdoor screens and go to the basket, because there's going to be a team or two or three or whatever that are going to be able to shut down some of the threes.
Yeah,
and
but
you
Trent,
have to have an inside game.
yeah, but Trent's a big boy, and he's a good passer, and he's proved he can play down low too.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what my question is: how are you going to keep him off the court whenever his game fit a lot of scenarios that's going to come to pass? This coming year.
I think it's just going to be more of a, hey, they know that they're going to have, everybody's going to be using their minutes. Everybody's going to get minutes. I mean, I think they all know going in, so they kind of expect it. And if you're subbing them out to give somebody a rest, I think that's an opportunity. He might be a permanent sub for somebody. Coming in.
Championship mentality. When you look at all the other squads, you got roles to fulfill, and you got selflessness. You know what I mean? You got people willing to distribute the ball and make the right play rather than just create their own shot all the time, and that's part of Mark Pope's system. Anyway,
Exactly.
So I think he just fits right into the system, and I believe depth is a strength. It's definitely a strength. Like you said last year, it got kind of crazy. Didn't have a point guard for a while.
Right.
Jackson Robinson had to play point guard at one point.
Yeah.
He's not a point guard. He's a 6'6" wingman. He can handle the ball. He can, but he's naturally, we lost 3 guards due to injury. And that was deep. So it's a breath of fresh air just to see the depth and be able to fulfill that void, because that was tough times, and I think that really affected us last season.
I'm more confident in the freshmen we have this year going in than I was in the freshmen from last year.
Freshmen?
Yeah. Yeah. Jasper
I have
Johnson.
way more confidence in this year's freshman than I did last year's freshman.
Yeah, with Jasper Johnson, I'm so ecstatic to see him play. And then, our Malachi Moreno, he's going to be a beast down low. I don't care if he scores a point. He's going to block shots. He's going to get rebounds. He's going to run rim. He is going to get steals and a smack down here or there on the post, knocking a ball away. He's going to be great. And Braden Hawthorne, he's going to be spectacular when he's in the game. Those three freshmen are going to be great.
And that could be Malachi's role.
Yeah.
You are a defensive presence. Yes, you can put shots up, but your role is that rim.
Yeah.
Protect
that rim.
Protect that rim. Stay, get them in the paint, get a steal, get a rebound. Each person's going to have their own role. And I'm quite certain that by now, Coach Pope has already told each one what their role is.
Yeah. Well, Big D, how many fouls does a player have?
You got 5.
Okay. Malachi Moreno can come out and get 2 or 3 fouls in the first half, and just if they're coming to the basket, he's going to swat everything away and he's going to knock everything down. If he gets a foul, hey, you got Braden, or you got Brandon Garrison coming in. You got Brandon Garrison coming in, and then you still got Reese Potter.
Yeah, we was in grade school and we had a boy come off the bench, and that's all he did. He had 5 fouls. He had 5 fouls, and he made sure the other team didn't want to shoot because he used all 5 of them.
Yeah.
So
I'm with Jay Billis on this, man. Like what Jay Billis was saying was like, man, your role could change. For like every game, your role could be different, I feel like. So some days, we may need Ortega to drop 20, 25. We may need him to step up and score like that. And then there may be days we may need him to not score as much, but to make the plays on defense. So I think it could change game by game.
And it could. And that kind of goes with the, whole Mark Pope mentality of put in who needs to be in at that time.
Yeah.
Put in who needs to defend this person or who needs to defend that person,
Yeah. Yeah, man. He's Mr. X's and O's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know. Well, Peanut, he's saying he don't want Stokes. I mean, don't worry about Stokes. Stokes is going to be fine under Mark Pope. If he comes to Kentucky, which I believe he's coming to Kentucky, don't worry about Mark Stokes has got everything set. If Mark Pope's done said, I've walked away from 6 or 7 players. If he didn't think that Stokes is a good player for Kentucky's system, he would have already walked away from him. So I want Rippy Jr. also, and I think we're in good shape with Rippy, Darren Rippy Jr. So
yeah, I do too.
So how do y'all feel about? Do we not have Duke's not on the schedule this year, right?
No, we don't have Duke unless we play him in the tournament. Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that?
Well, we played them last year. We beat them.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to beat up on old Puke.
Yeah. Well, let's see,
Yes,
we got
it is.
North Carolina this year, part of the ACC, and then we play North Carolina ACC SEC tournament or SEC challenge, and I don't know that we play any. I don't think we play any other ACC teams.
So who took who off the schedule? Because after we scraped them, that's kind of interesting that they're not on the schedule no more.
We played them last year in the
right.
We replaced them with St. John's.
Yeah, we replaced them.
That's okay. That's a good replacement. If they replace them with St. John's, I like it.
Huh?
And every time we beat Duke, I yell at the TV, "That's for Aminu Timberlake."
Yep, there you go.
I need my. We still hate Leitner shirt. I need my. I still hate. You got one of those?
I've got one.
Okay, my license plate on my car. My license plate says H8L8NR. Hate Leitner.
That's a true Kentucky. Yeah, you are a Wildcat. That's for sure. I need mine though.
Well, see, we only play Duke every 3 years in that rotation schedule.
Oh, okay, word.
See, we're playing North Carolina this year.
The classic, right?
In the classic. Next year, the reason I think we did not play Duke this year is because they knew we would be playing Duke at home at Rupp Arena. Duke has never played at Rupp Arena. So
that's a good point, Jimmy.
Next year, I will guarantee they'll make it Kentucky and Duke, so Kentucky has to go to Cameron Indoor Stadium.
That's a valid point. You may be on to something there,
They're scared. They're scared to come to Rupp Arena.
I knew that was a reason. I knew there was something behind it.
Yeah.
Because look, when we gave them the business last year, that was so national, and they didn't like that.
Wildcat Mania just brought it up. I did see it. They had the media day for the Mavericks. And Anthony Davis was telling Kyrie Irving and he was telling Cooper Flagg, he said, well, y'all was the first round picks just like I was, first round pick. He said, but you never won a national championship at Duke. I won a national championship at Kentucky.
And he said he can't, and he
spelled Duke without UK.
That's right.
That's right. Hey, he know what he's talking about, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and that's great. And I'm so excited. Real quick, I want to thank everybody that's been watching tonight. Thank you all for being here and commenting. We love it when you're here. We love what we do. If you haven't subscribed, hit the like button, send your friend, send us to your friends, your family, share this with everybody because things are about to heat up for basketball and we're going to start having pre and post game shows for basketball. So that's something new that's going to come up. So make sure you get everybody involved, but thank you so much. And real quick, I want to thank you, Big D, and you, Cash, for being here with us tonight. I really appreciate it.
It's always fun. I love kicking it with you guys. Wildcat Country. Yeah.
We bring it up again. We want that thing tomorrow night on Thursday night with Mike. We want a lot of people to get on there, and we get 10 callers. Mike, open up the mics, and he'll let everybody come in and talk and everything like that. So, I went on a lot of media days today and put out everything trying to get more movement with the Loyal BBN Fan Show. With the like and subscribe, with YouTube, with Facebook, everything. Just trying to make this a little bit better. I mean, it's getting bigger, and
it'll pick up.
Yeah, me and Lee, Miss Lee, we talked earlier. What's that, Big D?
Other podcasters.
Yeah, well, yeah, but me and Miss Lee talked earlier. We're over 3,000 something subscribers. We're looking to get, like, by this time at least 6, 7, 8 thousand. Maybe we can get even more than that. But that's just small issues that we just want to work out right now. But everything helps out.
There you go. It'll build. It's always fun to engage in the network with y'all. It's so much fun just chopping it up about Kentucky basketball. It puts me in a great mood, and it just gets me excited about the season to come. So, big shout out to y'all, man.
One thing, did we have any first-time subscribers tonight?
We had quite a few first-time viewers tonight. We've asked a couple times to let them acknowledge that they're first-time viewers. And I've seen a few first-time names. So yeah. So we welcome all the first-time viewers. We hope you'll join us again.
Yes,
no doubt. No doubt.
Peanut, you ain't no first time. Lord,
yeah, but thank you everybody viewing and tapping in and chiming in and leaving comments and their viewpoints and their opinions on that. It's always fun to get other people's opinion, especially part of the Big Blue Nation. That's what we're doing it for. So I appreciate y'all providing the platform and inviting me all the time. It's always fun when I get that message. I smile from ear to ear. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'll tap in and talk to the Big Blueins. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Big Mike too, man. Yeah.
You know we love you, Cash.
No doubt, man. My phone's getting ready to die though, so I love y'all. Go Big Blue.
Love you, Cash. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate y'all for having me tonight. Also, second time in, and it's always fun to talk UK ball. And long time friend and Miss Lee.
Big
Cash,
D, we love you. Thank you very much.
Big D, Jimmy Jam, Lee, love y'all.
There we go. Thank you all, and we're going to call this a good night. Thank you, everybody that's on the chats, loyal BBN fans. We will be back here next Monday. We're going to be doing a show for the football game on Saturday. I think that's at 7. Be probably about 6 o'clock when we do the show.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
We're not going to do anything for the blue and white game or anything like that. We'll just do a football show, get back here on Monday night, and then we'll be back here on a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for
before Purdue comes. Yeah, we got Purdue coming
that'll
up.
Be before the
we do.
The Boilermakers. The Boilermakers. Yeah, no doubt.
The log carriers.
The log carriers.
All right. Well, we're going to call this a show. Thank you for everybody being on here. Thank you, Kaz. Thank Miss Lee. Big D, thanks for being on here. Thanks, Big Mike, being in the background. Hey, we're going to call it a night. And let's just say this. Kentucky basketball is back. We're here.
Yes, it is.
So
go
everybody,
go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
have a good night.
See y'all.
Hit them jumpers. Hit that jumper.